The emergency release lever here has got a lock on it. The position it's in now is locked, which means I cannot open the door. I'll put the key in and move it to that 5 o'clock position. Now, when I pull the emergency release, you'll hear the door releases and it's now free to swing open. However, it's now got to be re-engaged before we can use it. And the way that's done is simply by coming down to the bottom of the door here, and there's a lever. You push your finger on that lever whilst moving the door and it will re-engage. If I now step into the bus, the door should operate normally. Okay, there's an emergency release lever up here. If someone accidentally pulls it, same thing happens, the door releases. All you need to do is put it back in the stowed position and do the same reset as you would for the other handle. Just move the little lever, move the door, and it's re-engaged. Simple as that. Now, if I leave that key in the locked position so that nobody can pull the emergency release, there'll be a problem when we try and start the vehicle, and that's what I've done now for a demonstration. When you start the vehicle, you get the key to the interlock position, so it's just ready to start turning the motor, and you have to flick this switch here, which is a solenoid. You should hear the click and everything starting up, and a noise. That alarm is because the door is still locked. Had I turned that key, that noise would now have stopped. Look at this control here, that's now showing the doors open. That's showing the door is locked and ready to go. However, because that alarm's on, that noise won't stop. Okay, I've opened the door and I've moved that key to the other position. And now you can hear there's no noise. Door's locked, ready to go. If the door isn't locked and you try and go, you'll think the car's broken down, because as you put it in gear, the engine will stop and it feels like you've lost compression or whatever. All it is a safety interlock. There's the same thing for a buzzer at the back. If the back door is not properly shut, or the back door is open and the tail lift is not in the stowed position, then the same thing happens. This device down here checks all your fluids. When you turn the motor on, what you'll find will happen is you'll get a set of red lights come up. That's just telling you it's testing everything. Once the self-test has been done, then it all goes clear. Simple as that. Behind the driver here, by your right shoulder, there's a little inverter. Mind you don't snag yourself on these bits of wire. I could have done them more tidily, really. The point of this is at the bottom here, there's a switch, just here. This turns the inverter on and off. So when you leave the vehicle, you can leave it turned off to isolate it. Not that it should be powered anyway. And then when you want to run the video player in the bus, you just flick the switch on. When the switch is on and there's a power supply, what you'll have is a green power light at the top there. This means that power to the socket's provided, but also there's a USB socket here which people can use to charge iPhones. When you turn on that power, the TV needs to be turned on before you try and use the remote, which is stowed down by the extinguisher there, to put the DVD on. A cut-off up here. If the engine is running and you hit that cut-off, or anyone hits it for that matter, then the engine stops and the hazard flashes go on automatically. Just turning it releases it back to normal.